All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a few real people out there, just like you and just like me. Album recommendation for this video, Crossing Rubicon. Got this a couple of years ago. It's called Perfect Storm. Kind of deals with political issues, and now I don't even know if it does, but um, what's the perfect storm, right? So if you like Journey or Van Halen or maybe the Babies, the singer in this is the current lead singer of the Babies. John Waite left the Babies a long time ago, and so I liked this a lot. It's high quality, well done melodic rock with all of your favorite melodic rock tendencies. Crossing Rubicon. All right, so Sammy Hagar trying to cross the Rubicon with Alex Van Halen says he's still not hearing from Alex. He was talking to the Las Vegas Review Journal, and he's out there doing his Best of Both Worlds tour, which will be over before you know it. He says, I've reached out to Alex Van Halen a dozen times. Now, I've covered this over and over. No response from Alex Van Halen. According to Sammy Hagar, he wants Alex to just play a couple of songs, or if he wants to, be the drummer for the whole night or be the executive producer, whatever he wants to do. Now, that's not really enticing to Alex Van Halen. Remember, he sold all of his stuff. So I guess he's going to have to play Jason Bonham's drums if he were to show up for a show. I don't think he's going to show up for a show. Um, the whole thing with David Lee Roth fell through. You know, if I were Sammy, I probably would have played a little nicer with Dave. Although Dave is bizarre, again, this is a, bucket list thing where a bunch of people are out there trying to honor the music of Van Halen. And again, this still isn't really an Eddie Van Halen tribute. And that still hasn't happened. This is basically kind of a see you later. We're all done with Van Halen stuff. We're just going to go out with a bang and try to honor the music. But really, I haven't seen a whole lot of stuff that is focused just on Eddie Van Halen during this tour. So I thought this would provide fans some closure. But if it doesn't focus on Ed, a lot of people are still like, okay, one of the great guitarists. Everybody else, the Foo Fighters guy got two tributes, the drummer. Eddie, we're still waiting on Eddie. So maybe Alex is just not wanting to do it because he just can't face the fact that his brother isn't here anymore. It may just be that. Or, according to Sammy, it may be the fact that he's got this book deal. He's got an autobiography coming out called Brothers. And we don't know what's in that book. There may be some stuff in there about Sammy. And my guess is there probably is, because things weren't well with the Van Halen brothers up until almost the end. Of course, Sammy apparently was able to break through and talk to Ed at the end of his life. But he didn't make amends with Michael Anthony, which is bizarre to me because Michael Anthony seems like the easiest guy on the planet to talk to. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Sammy is soldiering on with his current lineup. Well, of course he is. He's not going to get help from Dave. He's not going to get help from Alex. And it's the Sammy show. As much as I like the Sammy show, it's surprising how many fans appreciate David Lee Roth. It is surprising, especially at this stage in Dave's life. But Dave is an interesting character. He is the spice that you put on the bland food. You put on a little David Lee Roth, even if it doesn't taste all that good, which, later on I guess in more recent times, Roth has been just a little bit too weird for some people. But, hey, I've been hearing weird is really in now. In the political world, weird is something that everybody wants to be. Or if you're called weird, at least you get lots of attention. And David Lee Roth has capitalized on that. So this is kind of old news, repackaged, recycled. It's not really breaking news, but it will be interesting. I may have to get a copy of this Alex Van Halen book because he may be spilling some information about just relationships that we don't know about. We tend to hear one side of the story. Alex is a more private person, and he made this book deal. And maybe when the book comes out, maybe he's bracing for the reaction from Sammy if it's not charitable towards Sammy Hagar. And preemptively, he's not going to talk to anybody because he knows people aren't going to like it. So that's a theory I have. Sammy's got a theory. Everybody's got a theory. Who knows who's right? But anyway, the Van Halen saga is slowly, again, this is another ending to an amazing band. And the way it's going out okay. I mean, it's good that they're doing this, but it's still not really paying tribute to Ed the way I thought it was going to do. So, all right. Crossing Rubicon. Crossing the Rubicon. No, just Crossing Rubicon. This is their album Perfect Storm. The record label Frontiers this year is really not putting out as much of this quality stuff. Just I've noticed that. And so I'm a little bit less interested. And that coincided, it just could be a coincidence with the departure of Alessandro Del Vecchio, who at times I thought was too much. Like he was doing too much. He was on too many records. And you would read that on certain websites that he was just doing too much. But things have changed a lot since he left. I get all the notifications from the record label, and they're promoting a lot of thrash metal and doom rock and oddball stuff that I'm just not interested in. Maybe they sell more product with that stuff, but if you're looking for quality melodic rock this year, Pride and Joy Music has been fantastic. Escape as a record label is always good, very consistent. They don't put out as much, but they put out quality stuff when they put it out. But I used to like almost on a weekly basis getting new stuff sent to me by Frontiers Music. And now it's kind of like on a monthly basis, and then it's not as good as the stuff that I've been used to getting. So anyway, just some thoughts on the melodic rock world. I'm probably, again, changing my focus at the end of the year with regards to the new material that's out there. I'm promoting a lot of stuff that I just listen to and I go, yeah, I like that. And it doesn't have to be just AOR stuff. So there you have it, folks. Another video in the can. If you can watch these videos, I'd really appreciate it. Yesterday was kind of a rough day for views. Also, if you want to help the channel, you can do that via Patreon, YouTube memberships, and the old Buy Me a Coffee, which has been a lot of fun to get the occasional coffee. All of it helps because, again, the algorithm isn't my best friend. There are reasons for that. Some people think it's because of the fact that I don't have the comments on. I've been over this 1,000 times, and I know people have strong feelings about it, but the comments are not going to be on. So that's why you should join Patreon so we can have civil conversations with one another, and I don't have to worry about all of the spam and crap posting that happens all over the place. And really, in hindsight, it does not do a lot for your overall algorithm strength. It doesn't make your channel any better to do that. It just makes people feel like they're keyboard warriors and they're going to post whatever they want. Of course, I would put huge restrictions on it if I were ever to open those up, where I'd be going through each one before they were allowed to go out there. And every so often I'm thinking about that, but quite honestly, it's too much work for me. It's way too much work. It would be 24 hours a day, and it's just me. I don't have a staff of producers and editors here. It's just me. So that's the video. Sorry about the rambling at the end. I will talk to everybody soon.